Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute 3D beaded sunburst or flower pendant. So I designed this to look like the sun with all its rays around the outside, kind of like how you draw on when you're a child, like the spiky edges. But this could also be like a flower or just a nice pendant, even if you did it in completely different colours. I think the shape's really nice as well. So to make this, you're going to need some size 11 seed beads. Now you can do all the same colour, or you can do one colour for the middle part for the ball and then one colour for around the edge. So I'm going to do two different colours so it's easier for me to show you. So I'm using a yellow for the middle of the sun and then an orange for around the outside, just for the contrast on the camera. And then you'll need a jump ring or split ring, beading needle size 12, these are size 11 if I forgot to say, I can't remember, and then your beading thread. I'm using 6 pound Fireline in crystal and I'm using about 26 inches for each pendant. And that's everything, so let's get started. Start by picking up 4 beads onto your threaded needle, slide those down until they're about 4 inches from the end, and then go back through the first bead, bring them together into this little square of beads, then picking up one. So starting, by the way, with your middle colour, going into the next one, pick up one, straight through the next one, pick up one, straight through the next one, and picking up one, straight through the next one, and up through the one after that as well, like that. So now you have this, and you should be coming out of this bead here on the corner. Now this row we're going to pick up 2, coming out of this one you're going to skip over one, go through the next one. Same thing again, pick up 2, coming out of this one, skip over one, through the next one on the corner. And doing that again, picking up 2, skipping over one, through the next one. One more time, pick up 2, skip over one, through the next one. And then that was the last one of the row. As you can see, there's nowhere else to go now, you need to step up, so going up through 2 this time. So we're here. Now we're picking up one, skipping over one, going through the next 2 this time, picking up one, oops, skipping over one, through the next 2, and again, pick up one, skip over one, go through the next 2, pick up one, skip over one, through the next 2, and then because that's the last 2 of the row, you need to go up through that one above as well. So the one right on the corner. Pull that nice and tight, really pull it tight, and it should start to just curve up slightly like that. Now we're going in with groups of 2 again. So pick up 2, skip over 2, and go through the next one on the corner. You want to pull them tight every time and encourage them to sit not flat like this, but up on the top of the ones underneath. And again, picking up 2, skipping over 2, through the next one on the corner. Pick up 2, skip over 2, through the next one, pick up 2, skip over 2, through the next one. And then again, because that's the last bead in the row, you need to step up through the next 2. You're always stepping up through the first beads you added in that row, if that makes sense, because you're back around to where you started. Pull that all really tight. Now you should have this. So this time picking up 1, skipping over 1, oops, and going through the next 2. So picking up 1, skipping over the next one and through the two after that. Pick up one, skip over one, through the next two. Pick up one, skip over one, through the next two, and again that is the last two of the row, so stepping up into the next bead above, so that we're on the top row ready to add more. Again, pull it all really tight, and then we're going to do a final groups of two, so picking up two, skipping over two and going through the next one. Pick up two, skip over two, go through one. Okay, and doing that two more times, so picking up two, skipping over two, through the next one. Picking up two, skipping over two, through the next one. And then up through the next two after that as well. Now picking up one, skipping over one, through the next two. Picking up one, skipping over one, through the next two. Pick up one, skip over one, through two. Pick up one, skip over one, through two, and then it's the end of the row, so up through the first one we added in that row. Now we have this, so you've got those 4 single beads on the corners, they're the ones we're going through. This time just picking up one, skipping over two, through the next one. Picking up one, skipping over two, through the next one. 2 more times. Pick up one, skip two, through one. Pick up one, skip two, through one. Last bead in the row, so up into the one above as well. Pull it really tight. So we have this, so those last 4 that you added, it should have closed up a little bit. You're just going to go through all 4 of those again without putting any beads in between to bring it all nicely together. Pull that really tight and it should close up like this. So from here you need to move diagonally down through one to here, turning it round. So you've got these groups of 2 in the middle. You're going to go down through the first group of 2, diagonally down through this 1, and again diagonally down through 2. So you're now coming out of 2 in this middle row where the 2 beads run all the way around the middle. Now we're going to start adding our little sunburst. You're going to swap to your second colour if you're changing colours for the outside. You're going to pick up one. You're coming out of these 2 here. You're going to skip over this gap and go through the next bead. So you've got your next group of 2 here, but you just want to go through the first bead in that group of 2. Like that. And then picking up another and going straight through that second bead in the group of 2. Pulling it really tight so that bead kind of pops in the middle, like that. Then picking up one, again skipping this gap and going into the first bead of the next group of 2. And again picking up one and going straight through that next bead. Says if you can't get it your needle to go in between those 2, what I like to do is go from the back of that bead through it to make the hole visible on this side, if you see what I mean. And then picking up one, skipping over that gap and going through the first bead on the next group of 2. Pick up one and go straight down through the next bead. And then pick up one, skip the gap through the next bead in that group of 2, and then you're going to add your final bead right in the middle of that group of 2. So picking up one and going straight through the next bead. And now you can move up into that first orange bead that we added. So right now you have this, we're almost finished. Now you're going to pick up 3 and go straight into the next orange bead on the outside. So I forgot what I was saying then. Picking up 3 and straight into the next one. And you guessed it, you're going to do that until you get all the way back around here. So then you should have this, and you should be coming out of this bead here at the bottom of one of these spikes. Now you need to move up through 1, skip that one on the top, go down through the next one, and when you pull it through, make sure that thread pops underneath that bead and makes it stick out like that. And then from there you're going to skip one underneath and go through the next bead. Again, skipping that one on the end, down through the next one. Make sure the bead pops out like that, and then skip the one underneath and through the next one. Skip over the one on the top, down through the next one, skip one and up through the next one. And you're going to do that all the way around until you've got back round to where we started. Then you have this, then you want to move up into one of these beads that are on the end, picking up 6 of your seed beads and then also your jump ring or split ring, and going back into the bead you're coming out of on the opposite side. And then you want to go through all of those again just to make sure it's nice and secure. You can do that a couple of times as well if you want. And then once you've gone through that a couple of times, all that's left to do is tie your knots. So I'm just going to move down through a bead, and then I'm going to take my needle and poke it through underneath so it's going to capture those threads, create a loop and go up through that loop twice, pull it down, make sure that when it tightens it's tightening around the right space, and then move through another bead, pulling it really tight so that knot pops inside, and then you can go on tying as many knots as you want before you cut your thread, and do the same with your tail thread. If you've done that, then that's your little sun all finished. So this is what they all look like. I think this is actually my favourite. I like the contrast. And then these are the other 2. For this one I actually used size 11 Delicas for the outside edge, and it works exactly the same. So if you've got a better colour that you prefer in your Delica beads, works just the same. Haven't tried it for the middle part, might be a little bit smaller with the Delica beads. Should work technique wise just the same. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and you're able to make one of these. If you do, I'd love to see. You can follow me on Instagram at Beadingbyhannah and send me a photo over there of what you make from my videos. Comment down below anything else you'd like to see, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video to see more of my videos, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!